Welcome back to Endangered Species Spotlight. This week we are talking about the Henderson Petrel. This is the Henderson Petrel. It is a type of seabird that lives in the Pitcairn Islands. Now, historical records show that there used to be millions of these guys around, but in modern times the population is only around 40,000 or so, and thus they are classified as being endangered. Now, while these guys typically live around all of the Pitcairn Islands, they only really, at least currently, nest on Henderson Island. The species population has decreased dramatically in recent years, and that is almost entirely due to the introduction of both feral cats and Polynesian rats. The cats will eat both the adult birds if they can catch them, but mainly the chicks, and the rats are the leading cause of mortality of Henderson Petrel chicks in the entire world. It is thought that climate change is also causing rising sea levels that also tends to disrupt the nesting. However, by and large, the main threat to the Henderson Petrel is invasive animals. As for conservation efforts, the main thing that would help would be entirely removing the feral cats and rats from the island. A while ago, there was actually efforts made to cull the cat and rat population, and it was actually mostly successful. All of the feral cats were removed from the island. There were no more up until people living on the island reintroduced feral cats to the island, which, great job. And while the removal of the rat colonies wasn't entirely successful, they couldn't get all of the rats gone, it was mostly successful, but unfortunately the rats and the cats have both made a very strong comeback and are still affecting the petrel population now. As for currently, there are still ongoing efforts made in order to fully eradicate the rat populations on the island, but it is very difficult because these rats breed like wildfire and they are very well adapted to this island, which is not good for many residents, including most of the bird species that live there. As for the cats, I'm not sure how robust the feral cat population is now, since it was entirely eradicated a bit ago, but, and we know what I'm gonna say, keep your goddamn cats indoors. Everywhere. Doesn't matter where you're from, keep your goddamn cats indoors. Hopefully, these eradication efforts will be successful and the invasive rats and cats will be finally for good removed from the islands, and most conservation efforts are also focusing on not allowing any other invasive animals in that could potentially cause problems, so hopefully that works in the future and these guys will recover.